Um, First things first. This is officially the Sevilla Trophy. A team that have dominated this competition to this degree. It is the Sevilla Trophy. Let me just really. So let's go to where should we go to? Let's start at no. Let's start at 2000. So in '01 Liverpool, '02 Feyenoord, '03 FC Porto, '04 Valencia, '05 CSKA Moscow, '06 Sevilla, '07 Sevilla, '08 Zenit St. Petersburg, '09 Shakhtar Donetsk, 2010 Atletico Madrid, 11 Porto, 12 Atletico Madrid, 13 Chelsea, 14 Sevilla, 15 Sevilla, 16 Sevilla, 17 United, 18 Atletico, 19 Chelsea, and of course 2020 Sevilla. So Atletico Madrid have actually won quite a few there, but really let's just I think that's three in a row. And that double plus this, you have to call it the Sevilla Trophy. Now, you see, people are fun, and I think that people enjoy negativity. I called him Tims. And the reason why I called him Tims was because he deserved to be called Tims because he was a brick. He played badly. He was crap and he was garbage for Man United. So therefore, he was a Class A, Class B brick. Lukaku has been the signing of the season. Absolute signing of the season, and he still had an amazing season. It is just unfortunate how it has ended. Because you see, that's own goal. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's like ball comes, you try. It's an instant reaction and so forth. You put your leg there, and it's in, and it is such a painful way to go out. But people say, "Oh, Sims is back. Lukaku's not a brick." So what's we saying about him being the sign of the season? It just shows you how stupid some people are. Because some people have so much hate for someone, they can't see things objectively. So you really think that because he scored an own goal, it negates the kind of season he's had? It's still been an amazing season, and he has still been the signing of the season. But oh my God, what a way to break that down. But this was a great game. This was a superb game, amazing game. Great blend of styles. Both teams attacked each other. Both teams went at each other. And it was played in somewhat mostly great spirits. But I have to talk about a particular incident. I have to address this incident. I wouldn't give that penalty. I wouldn't give that penalty. See, for me, if I was making the rules and so forth, I'd be like, unless there is a clear intent of your hand being used to block the ball, it's a penalty. If the ball hits your hand, that's not a penalty. I just want consistency. Because you can't have certain rules for one game, another rules for another game. My thing about this is that if you look at that on VAR, how is that different from the Kimpembe one that was given? How is that different from the one that was given on Depay? Because I would not have given those ones, but if that's what the rule is, the rule is crap. The rule is garbage. The rule was made by idiots who don't play football, but the rule is the rule because you can't just say, okay, we'll do the rule for Depay, but we're not going to do the rule for these dudes over here. But if you look at that on VAR and actually see him move his arm, that's a penalty. And that's being a penalty. Inter Milan scored that penalty. Who knows where we are in the game? Who knows how that changes the whole context of the game? So that was a major moment. And I think if Inter Milan fans and people they look at that, they're like, see, you just have to be consistent. You just have to be consistent because that does not make any sense. But beyond that, wow, Luke De Jong is a brick. Luke De Jong was one of my prime bricks. Whom he suspended. 2 goals in a final, and his second goal, that was a superb goal. You see, for me, for the first goal, I don't know what Handanovic could have done for that. I think because it was so close, and it was because I thought, okay, he has a hand on it, but I think it was so close, good strength on it. It was hard for him to really say anything. The second one was a superb. It reminded me of the Jan Vertonghen goal against Japan in the second round game in the World Cup, like a great looping header, like really well, good direction, good, action, and so forth. So Sevilla, and I think this is what Sevilla have been doing all the way here, great delivery. And so much of their goals have come from their crosses and their delivery from wide spaces or from set pieces. But for Inter Milan, obviously they go back in it with Godin. And look, that first goal from Lukaku, that was a thing of beauty. That was a thing of beauty. The way that he hustled the defender, won the challenge, and boom, he went in. But you would have thought that Inter would have kept things a lot tighter defensively. But you have to credit Sevilla that I think you have to really applaud the culture of this club with regards to this competition, because it's a competition. It is a competition. To win any European trophy is difficult now, because Sevilla aren't Real Madrid or Barcelona, they are Sevilla. So this is their Champions League is in Sevilla's level. It just isn't. They're not good enough for that. Like Valencia that should be their level, but now Valencia now screwed up. This is really their level, really. But as someone even said on Twitter, I think maybe you're too good for this competition right now. So maybe you should actually be saying what's up to the user, because you're maybe too good here. So for Sevilla, I just thought that they fought hard, they kept themselves in the game, and I think even against Man United, they came under so much pressure. But I think it's just based off great defending, great last-ditch defending, and an amazing team effort. And just an undying belief that they are going to win. And the reason that they're going to win is what has pretty much put them in this situation here. For Inter Milan, maybe Conte could have made those changes earlier, i.e., Sanchez, Moses, and Eriksen. Maybe he could have brought them on a lot earlier to try and change the course of the game. Because for me, what I would have done, the moment that own goal from Lukaku went in, I would have brought on those dudes, give them as much time as possible. Let's just quickly get back in the game as quickly as possible. But it's like there is not so much. There isn't anything else I could have said that Inter could have done. I don't think they were wrong. I thought they were very good tactically. They gave Sevilla some issues. But defense, they just made some particular defensive mistakes. I think it was Godin for that first goal. And for that second goal, you can't, first of all, that he's already scored before. It's crazy for an Italian team not to be better set up defensively from a set piece, because that. And this is what you even learn in school. From the moment you have the set piece, that, okay, are we doing zonal? Are we doing man-to-man? Even if we're doing zonal, Luke De Jong is the tallest dude. His greatest strength is heading, and he's already scored a goal from a head. Someone watch him. Someone, Gagliardini or whoever, watch him, stay on him. He was free. It's like, you shouldn't even be marking any of the other dudes. This is a ball that's going to go up in the air. So the guy you should be focusing on. Put 2 men on him if you want, but the guy should be focusing on in his own Luke De Jong. So for Inter to concede a goal like that, I just think it's crazy. But when Inter will look at that game, and they will say to themselves that this was a game that we could have won. This was a game that we could have won, because you see, the goals that Inter scored were hard for Sevilla to stop. The 3 goals that Sevilla scored could have easily been stopped. As in the own goal, it is what it is, because that overhead kick was not going anywhere. Those 2 goals, see, for me, that second goal, maybe Handanovic could have done a bit better. Because I just thought for Handanovic, you should have seen that, because it came from such a long way. He could have seen that looping thing going over. But look, man, you have to congratulate Sevilla, man. It is, they really came and they won this competition again. So you have to call it the Sevilla Trophy. You have to call it the Sevilla Cup. And their dominance in this competition is it's amazing. And I just think that it's a thing of, because they're such a different team from Inter Milan. And if you were to look at Inter Milan, I think even people going into this, people would have put Inter Milan as the favorites to win this. And you could see that maybe their team was strong and they sort of had a handle on it. But it's like, for instance, once Inter went 1-0 up, I was like, aha, how is Sevilla going to get back into this game? And even if there were some defensive mistakes from Inter Milan, you have to, see, Sevilla really hustled and they really pushed to get that equalizer, and they really pushed even themselves to get ahead. So shout out to Lopetegui, coming in, first season for Sevilla, giving them a trophy, and now he's obviously building up for next season and in the Champions League. Because I think I would hope for Sevilla is, you've so dominated this competition, try and raise your level, and let's just see you go deeper in the Champions League. Let's see you go deeper. And I just think that the only way they can go deeper in that Champions League, I think they need to make a few purchases. But then you look at a team like Leipzig or Lyon. Sevilla are better than Leipzig and Lyon, I would say. And look, and they both got to the semis. So there is no excuse for Sevilla not to go further. See, for Inter Milan, it should have ended with a trophy. They finished second and so forth. Should have won the league. And I see for Lukaku, it's one of those things like he will be pissed off. He will be like, damn it. Why did I put my foot there? And it does take a bit of gloss off what has been an amazing season. But I'll still say, despite that own goal, you have to look at the facts. The facts is that he has scored a ridiculous number of goals. He has been pivotal in Inter Milan even getting to this position and even coming second. And I think it probably has been statistically his best season. I think with that goal, I think he broke R9's first season record. So for Inter Milan, it's going to hurt. It's going to be very painful. It's going to be very painful. And I think if Conte, because Conte was going crazy, they got a healer. If Conte looks at that VAR, he will start going mad. Because you see, I'm not one of those guys that says, "Oh no, this was a disgrace of a decision or so forth." But I want to just know what you guys think. Is that not a handball? See, my thing about this is that forget about that consistency. How is that less of a handball than Depay doing this and it's hitting his hand, or Pogba doing this and it's hitting Pogba's hand? Or what happened to Kembe, where Kempembe literally turned around to try and put it like that, and it hit the back of his arm. How is that different from a guy like this goes through and he does this and it hits his arm? See, do you know what it was? I really feel in the heat of the moment, the officials just didn't want to give another penalty, which is crazy because they felt, oh my gosh, if you give another penalty, it will sort of ruin the final. But you can't think like that. You can't be like, oh no, we can't give another penalty. It's like, no. Is this or is it not a penalty? That's all that matters. And my thing about this is that they took a pretty short time to say it wasn't, because I'm like, you can see the VAR, you can see it in slow motion. It's a handball. So I don't understand how you don't give that. I don't know. I just what. Okay, guys, let me take some of your questions, man. Let me take some of your questions, man. I definitely want to see what you guys think about whether that was a pen or not, man. From Daniel Henkel, Lukaku missed 1v1 and scored an own goal. Shake my head. So, yes, but he also won the penalty and scored the opening goal, and he's also scored 30-something goals as well. So, my thing about it is that if Lukaku didn't score in this game and he missed the one-on-one and had the own goal, then he'd be like, yeah, bro, man, you didn't have that great a game. So, so are we saying Lukaku is the brick of the game? I mean, like, I don't understand what people are saying, because I think people are sort of, oh my gosh, he was a brick, his teams, so we're just waiting for him to do something better and we're just going to pounce on him. So it's almost as if people actually hated that he scored so many goals. So once he scored all these goals, guys were quiet and just waiting for him to now mess up. I'm like, aha, he's a brick. I'm like, you see, you have to wait. His good outweighs the bad that he's done. It's just unfortunate that own goal was critical. That's just the reality. That own goal was critical. But a typical Conte can't get it done in Europe. Inter. See, I thought this would be. I mean, when Inter went up, I thought, aha, they got a handle. I just underestimated Sevilla's resolve. I mean, Sevilla's character was superb. The way that they responded from going down that early against what is a strong defensive team, I thought was very commendable. Just best, we need to discuss Serie L. 10 years flop in CL Europa League. When last did an Italian team win the Europa League or the CL? Because the last time an Italian team won this competition was in 1998, and it was flipping Inter Milan who were in the final. Yeah, the last. Oh no, sorry, Parma. Parma won it in 99. Oh wow, 3-0 as well. They beat Marseille 3-0. So the last time an Italian team won it was in 1999. Flipping Parma, who I don't even know exists. And the last time that Italian team won the Champions League was in 2010. Syria is looking pretty funny in the light. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, let's just see what else you guys are saying, man. Yeah, Uncle Mo, yeah, 2010, I was saying, yeah, 2010. Crazy. Say, I'm a Manu fan, but Lukaku had a decent game and a good season. Yeah, thank you. At least someone is being truthful. It's like to say that to say, oh, because he scored an own goal, he's now a brick and he's failed is insane. Is absolutely insane. If that negates 30 something goals, scoring in the final as well, then it's insane. It's insane. He has still had an amazing season, and it is still the signing of the season. You cannot tell me a better signing this season than Lukaku. You know, you cannot tell me a better season this season than Lukaku. Was the bicycle kick going in though? Even if it was on target, Handanovic should have saved it. But from what I saw, I think it would have either hit the bar or just gone out. It didn't look like if it was going in. It didn't look like if it was going in. But the thing about it is that Handanovic didn't dive. So he didn't dive. I don't know. Handanovic had a bit of a tricky game to the ball. Handanovic didn't dive. So if Lukaku hadn't had touched it, I still felt it wouldn't have hit the target. That's my thing. But I'm not sure. But I don't know. Maybe I need to see it again. But it didn't look like if it was going to hit the target. Um, Most I'm sorry, bro. Messi's wearing that black and blue next season. Relax. um, Wait, he just used to hate Lukaku, and I never hated Lukaku. You have to understand. I hate bricks. I don't hate specific. Well, people like Cannibal Suarez or John Terry. I hate them because they're racist pricks, and I hate obviously the guy that's his name starts with a Y for Nigeria because of what he did to me personally. But I hate bricks. So I don't hate Karras personally. I hate him because he's a brick. I don't hate Nyong personally. I just hate Nyong because he's a brick. I hate bricks because bricks embarrass this beautiful game. So I never hated Lukaku personally. And Lukaku is a pretty cool dude. From seeing his interviews and doing, he seems like a pretty chill dude. I just hated him because he was a bricks. Because I hate bricks. So I just hate you being a brick and you being crap. Um, guys, that doesn't give you license to flood the chat with that guy's name. Please, 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 please don't do that, please. Sevilla were a tiny club 15 years ago. They came from nothing. No, look, man, I mean, we have to, because Sevilla are not a big club. Let's be real. Let's look at even the guys that they beat. So, they beat Benfica in 2014 on penalties. They beat, is that Shakhtar Donetsk or something? Dnipro, what the heck? And they beat Liverpool. So they've beaten a lot of clubs that are far bigger clubs than them. And when you think about Sevilla, are not a big club. Like when you think of the big clubs in Spain, it's of course Real, Atletico, Barcelona, Valencia. These are really the big clubs in Spain. Even you say Sociedad and Betis are bigger clubs. Sevilla are not a big club. So the way they've come and just their emergence on the game is huge. Because even growing up, man, Sevilla were not a factor. Back in the day, obviously you had Deportivo La Coruña who were around. But when I was growing up in the Spanish league, Sevilla were not of any consequence. So their emergence to doing their thing in Europe has been pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive, man. All right, Jose. Shout out to me, big man. Jonas, what up? Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Big man. Big man. So the problem with Lukaku is that he's never been a killer. There are strikers from over the years who you just know that they will score 1v1. When they have time like Lukaku had in that second half, that's what separates elite strikers from good strikers like Obama, Lewandowski, Benzema. You see, the thing with Lukaku, thank you for the super chat, Jonas Fulberg, man. Thank you, man. Horseman. Great contributor to the channel, man. Jonas, man. I salute you, man. That's why we have tiers. Tier 1 strikers, Aubameyang, Benzema, Lewandowski, Aguero. Tier 2 strikers, I'd put Lukaku tier two. So Lukaku, Harry Kane, um, would you say Immobile? I don't know. I mean, would you say Immobile? Maybe, so he's in that tier two category of where he's good. He's good. But those tier one guys, give them a chance, it's a goal. 1v1, Aubameyang, it's a goal. Or he can just score something out of nothing. Like Lukaku isn't scoring that goal that Aubameyang scored in the final. Lukaku isn't scoring some of the G's that Aguero scores. Lukaku isn't scoring the kind of goals that Benzema scores. But he's a good striker. And what this season has shown is he's a good striker. But you can't solely rely on him to win you something. Like, there are guys where, yeah, man, we just put some guys around him, we can rest our laurels on him to take us all the way. Lukaku isn't that. I don't know whether Lukaku has scored like the winning goal for a team in a major final before. Where, okay, it's money. Okay, like in this game, first goal, critical. Can you come and score? I don't think he can do that. But this season, you can't call him a brick. You can't call him a brick. You just have to know where to grade him. So I grade him tier two of striker. So obviously within the ages rankings, he's like, I'll say upper tier three or something like that. But within strikers, I say yeah, tier one, tier two, tier three. I'll put him in tier. So basically, like he's on the same level as he's the same level as Cavani. Cavani. See, people like him, Cavani, Harry Kane, they can get you goals. Critical moments, I don't know. Critical moments, I want Benzema. I want Aguero, just not in the Champions League. Peak Cannibal. Dowski. Good to see you on Sunday, baby. Good to see you on Sunday. Those kinds of dudes are the guys that we want, man. But got to give love to Lukaku, man. Got to give love to Lukaku. And so I think obviously means to Sevilla. They are big. They have 6 European titles. That doesn't make you big. What makes you big is the Champions League. That's what makes you big. You see, Arsenal are not a big club because of what they've won and everything. Arsenal are a big club because of their brand. They just have an amazing brand. So Arsenal is big because their reach and the fans that they have is huge. Real Madrid are big because of their supremacy and their prominence in the Champions League. Barcelona are big because of those two trebles they won, and the Champions League that they won as well. So for Sevilla, I can't call Sevilla a big club. I can't call them you winning 6 Europa League titles doesn't make you big. So they're not big in terms of their branding like Arsenal, and they're not big in terms of what they've done. But what they're a very good club. Like I told you, every time I watch Sevilla play, I'm like, you know what? These guys play good football. Like I think I said it before. Like whenever I play with Spanish guys or Italian guys, they play like Sevilla. The ball never leaves the ground. The ball is always on the ground. Pass. No routes one, no passes. It's very intricate. It's very silky, very sexy, very, very intricate. So, and they've had that culture of playing for such a long time. So, and again, what they've done in this Europa League is amazing. But I think for Sevilla to now, if let's say I was like the Sevilla president or I was Lopetegui, I'll say, guys, we've just given you a Europa League trophy. Give me the funds and give me the money to buy specific players to take our team to the next level. I think if they have like if they get like a really good quality left winger or left side forward, and they get maybe another big time striker and a number, because obviously I think what's it called, Eva Banega is going to go back to Argentina after this. So a replacement for Eva Banega, maybe a interesting creative number 10 just to take a football to the next level. Because what they just need those specific players in a CL, because I think they have to, based on what they've done, the Europa League, you have to do better in the CL. You have to do better in the CL, bro. You have to do better in the CL. What was this? Oh, sorry. From Armchair Critic, who says Lautaro's highly overrated. not Barca level, in my opinion. Um, he is now. You say not Barca level. Look at what has happened. For me, I don't know. We're going to discuss that on Saturday right now. Koeman has been brought in to build this team from scratch. You see, you saying he's not Barca quality was before 8-2. Before 8-2, I agree with you. After 8-2, armchair critic, sorry, the game has changed. The game has changed. So what has happened now is you build from scratch. And if you're building from scratch, maybe Lautaro Martinez can fit in the mind frame of what Ronald Koeman wants in a totally new Barcelona team that may not have Piqué, may not have Busquets, they may not have Rakitic, they may not have the Cannibal, So it's a new look Barcelona. See, you're thinking of the old Barcelona. That Barcelona was put to the sword by Bayern. They ended that old Barcelona. So for a new Barcelona and so forth, I'm sorry, maybe Lautaro Martinez fits there because the game has changed. And this could be a Barcelona without Messi. I don't think it's going to happen because Messi ain't leaving, because Messi just doesn't know how to leave Barcelona. He can't imagine a life without Barcelona. But yeah, no, the game has changed. So he may fit there based on whatever he wants, So and they can't really be beggars can't be choosers, man. Beggars can't be choosers. From Just Beston, Koeman wants Memphis at Barcelona. Thoughts make sense. Again, same thing I said to armchair critic. If you're hiring Koeman, you must give him complete and total free reign. You are in no position to now impose anything. You are now at the behest right now because you're looking for Koeman to save you. So you can say, oh, no, you must. No. You lost 8-2. The season was trophyless. And Koeman has shown that he knows how to use Memphis really well, as he did in Holland. So a Memphis as a number 10 with Lautaro Martinez, I'm excited to see a totally new Barcelona. That's because for me, I'm always about things that are new. I hate repetition. I hate routine. Give us something totally new, totally different with a whole new spice. I think that could be cool. I think that is what could be needed. So a Memphis, because I'm still a big fan of Memphis Depay. I think the guy has a very interesting football brain, and I'm happy that we didn't have the Euros because I would want to see what he could do in the Euros, but I wanted to see what he could do in the Euros under Koeman. So Koeman using him for the Barcelona team because he was really good for Holland, but under Ronald Koeman's tutelage. So the Memphis we see for Leon ain't the real Memphis. The Memphis that we saw for Holland under Koeman, no, this guy is real good. And he was a big reason why they helped to qualify for the Euros. So yeah, him as Barcelona, that's interesting. That's interesting. So, Koeman is maybe building something quite cool. It is something quite cool. From Lucas Huteski, who says, what are they doing here? Who says, if you let De Jong score a brace, you deserve to lose. You see, it's bad enough that Man United let him score one goal. That was bad enough. How the heck do you let Luke De Jong score a brace against you? That's right there is offensive. That's right there is completely and utterly offensive. To get Luke De Jong to score a brace against you is messed up. That is completely and totally messed up, man. It is totally and completely messed up. From Yassir's side, he says that I don't know why clubs like Arsenal. Thank you very much, support. Thank you for your support, Yassir's side. Thank you for your continued support. Your love is much appreciated. Thank you, side. I don't know why clubs like Arsenal, Spurs, and even City try to win the Europa League. You can't exist without having history of winning European trophies. I don't know why clubs like Arsenal, Spurs, and even City try to win the Europa League. You can't exist without having history of winning European trophies. But this was just what I was saying to the dude. A trophy is a trophy, 100%. And the Europa League is a Europa League. But if you're of this Arsenal, I would argue Tottenham and Man City are bigger clubs than Sevilla in terms of their fanship and their popularity. Not their trophies. Trophy-wise, Sevilla trounces them in Europe. But in terms of their brand and their popularity and their reach and their marketability, Arsenal, Tottenham, and City are bigger. So once you're of that stature, it's about the Champions League, which is why Pep put so much pressure on himself to win the Champions League, because the Champions League is what makes you know that you've arrived. That's the Champions League is a stamp of approval. That's okay. You're those dudes. You showing me 6, 7, 8 Europa League titles doesn't tell me that you're a big club. It tells me that you're a winning club. It tells me you have a winner's mentality. Doesn't mean they're a big club. The reason why everyone wants to go to Real Madrid is because these guys have won 14, 15 Champions Leagues. That's why. The reason why that white shirts means something is they won 3 in a row, 4 to 5, and they've won the most Champions League out of every other team. That is why you've got to respect them. That's why you've got to respect AC Milan. Not now and everything, but you've got to overall respect them. They can't say much to AC Milan, which is why you've got to respect Liverpool. You've got to respect Liverpool. Based on the previous European Cup trophies and what's it called? CL in 05, CL in 2019, finalists in 2018, you've got to respect Liverpool. And I told you, Liverpool are going to come back. So your Liverpools, your Real Madrid, your Bayern, these are the guys where, their pedigree, this because the Champions League is the most elite competition. So to say City, Tottenham, and also now focus on the Europa League, that is, I did for my part-time job. I have to basically, I had to do this kind of like piece to camera, talking to the camera, and I did a thing at Tottenham Stadium. It was the first time I just saw Tottenham Stadium from the outside. Tottenham Stadium is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. It looks like a nuclear device. You can't have a nuclear device as your stadium and just show me Europa Leagues. Nah, that's not going to fly. And that's why for Uncle Mo, you're under pressure because you have to get that top. You have to get that top 4. You have to get that top 4. Wow. Okay. Well, yes, I agree to that. Yes, that's right. Yes. Can we agree that the CL without AC Milan, and I'm a Liverpool fan, 100,000%. I think I said this some time ago. I said that first of all, you can't have a Champions League without the San Siro. For me, the San Siro for me is one of the, and also the Dele Alpi as well, but really, mainly the San Siro is one of the mainstays of the Champions League. But let's keep it real. Inter Milan were never a Champions League team. Inter Milan were always the little brother of AC Milan. When you see that badge, that red and black, so it's just me growing up. Whenever I saw AC Milan, I was like, yeah, these are the dudes. They personify and they exemplify Champions League. They exemplify CL. They exemplify what this competition is about. So yeah, it is not. And this just see. Maybe some of you guys are young, so you don't know. But for me, growing up, my gosh, AC Milan were a mainstay, and because the San Siro feels like a coliseum, like back in the gladiatorial days, it's really added to the amazing atmosphere that you had there. So it is what it is, man. All right. What else are you guys saying, man? Bro, I don't think, no, he's not going to do time. Trust me, United will come in and he's not going to do time. But that is a crazy story from Maguire. That is a crazy story because I think he harmed some policemen. So that's a crazy story. No, see, my thing about this is that you haven't seen their stadium, or you haven't seen their stadium from outside. You having a stadium like that, you can't just settle for the Europa League. You just can't. And I think the reason why they brought in Mourinho is to get them to that level. Somehow, some is to try and get them to that level of like, okay, we need to live to that level. So that's the thing. So I know it sounds crazy me saying Spurs, but that's the reason why they brought him in. You can't have a stadium like that and be like, nah, well, cool. You can't do that, man. All right, what else are you guys saying, man? But yeah, I mean, well done to Sevilla again. So let me ask you guys this, man. Let me ask you guys this. do you think that, let me ask you this. Do you feel Inter Milan are on the right course with Conte? Or do you think that Conte is not the right man for Inter? Because this was still a pretty good run, a pretty good season. So do you still think that they're still right and everything with Inter Milan, or they're not? What do you think? I mean, was this because is this a successful season? I mean, yes, to a degree, yes, because for me, I feel that what he has in place is still very good. They lost to the Syria by 1 point. By 1 point. And they only have themselves to blame. They should have won the Syria and they made it to the final of the Europa League and they should have won. They should have won. So, yes, you didn't really win anything. You didn't really win any trophies. I mean, if you're going to say Napoli won a flipping trophy, I hear you. But I think what he has is good. And I think if he's supported in the market, he doesn't win and mourn, Homeboy could do something. I believe Homeboy could do a little something. From a boy, Yasser Said, he said, man, which one will be impressive if Uncle Mo wins the CL with Spurs or wins the EPL with Spurs? More impressive. The bigger trophy is the CL. It would be a miracle if he wins the Premier League with Tottenham. For me, I think that would be really tough because in the Champions League, knockout competition and so forth, you may not even have to face Liverpool or so forth. And I think that within a league, it really, 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 really favors a Liverpool and Man City. Teams that have a deep squad. Teams have a deep squad and a quality squad. You know, for competitions, you can also go in around. Like, for instance, Leicester City winning that Premier League is a miracle. It's like if Leicester City won the Champions League, like, oh, jeez, wow. Them winning the Premier League is like, that makes no sense because a league, you have to have a squad. It does not make any sense for you to win a league if you don't have a deep squad. So how Leicester City did that is one of the miracles of football history. You know, so it would be more impressive if he wins the Premier League with Tottenham. What else you guys say? What else you guys saying? Premier League is a farmers league, so CL. Is the Premier League a farmers league? Well, you see, for me, let's see how the next thing goes. If Liverpool and Man City disrespect the league like they did this season, specifically Liverpool, then we can call it a farmers league. I don't think we can call it a farmers league now. I don't think we can call it a farmers league now. People are saying PL, CL, EPL. That's what you see. The keyword is more impressive. The keyword is more impressive. Inter should get Allegri. I mean, what would Allegri do? What would Allegri do that Conte hasn't done? That's my thing. What could he come in and do that Allegri hasn't? I mean, what would Allegri do different? You know, you see, and my thing about it is that it's going to be very different Serie A this season because you have Pirlo in charge. Who knows how he will do his first ever managerial job? And if Inter make good signings, if getting some good smart signings, Messi maybe, then maybe they'll do better in the CL. Because I think for Inter Milan, this would have been good for them winning the Europa League. And I think for Conte personally, he personally would have wanted to win a European title, but you know, Inter Milan wants to emulate what Mourinho did, and they want to be winning in this. They want to be winning Champions League. They want to be winning the CL. So that's the key thing, man. So from Yasser's side, man, Conte earned my respect this season. Yeah, no. For me, look, Conte did a really, really good job this season. Got to give him a shout out. Conte did a really, really good job this season. Like for me, But the reason why I say it is a slight disappointment. Inter should have won this Syria by at least 4 or 5 points. 4 or 5 points. Because Juventus were so bad. They were so bad. The fact that Juve still managed to win it shows that Inter Milan, because they had it in their hands. Like Lazio were never going to win it, but they had it in their hands. So as much as this has been a decent season, it has still been disappointing because you should have won it. You should have won the Serie A title. Let's just see, man. Let's just see. All right. What else you got? What else you guys saying, man? See, I'm disappointed, but he's done his job. Yeah, no, look, if you're an Inter fan, you have to feel two emotions: disappointment, hopeful. You knew that this was your season to win the Serie A. Inter Milan should have been Serie A champions. Juventus, sorry, obviously, how it was supposed to go is that, sorry, this obviously didn't work. It was a good run. When we're not messing up and so forth, all Inter needed was just a win. Look at all the draws they had. All they needed was just a win. And so many of those games they should have won. Just one win, they win it. Simple. And you look at this Europa League, Inter should have won this game. Credit for Sevilla, but I will not say, okay, maybe I'll not say they were, but you could just see where they should have possibly changed the course of the game. So there is disappointment. You have to be hopeful that, because I think if a few signings, if Conte gets a really good wide man, because that's what it's about. If he gets a really good inside field, because I mean, Inter's main midfield ain't great. I mean, Brozovic is high. Barella is from the road. If they just get some really good wide men, they can do something. Some good wide attackers, they can do something. And just pensing, where will you rank Navas if he wins the 4th UCL with PSG? Where would I rank him? I would rank him pretty high. Pretty high. I mean, that is a mean feat. I would say it is very impressive if you go, because in my thing about it is that, can Navas play on Sunday? Is it going to be Navas or Sergio Rico on Sunday? That is very key. Because let's say Sergio Rico plays, how much can I give it to him? How much can I really give it to, like, how much praise give it to homeboy if he doesn't play the final? But if Navas does play the final and he comes up big, oh man, that'd be huge. That'd be huge. That'd be really massive and huge. CL without AC Milan feels empty. It's horrible. You see, I told you, like, I'm older than a lot of you guys, So I told you, like, one of my earliest heroes was George Weah. And it was George Weah based off AC Milan. And I think I might have had the Milan. I know I never, because one of my first jerseys was the Ajax. I had an Ajax jersey, a Milan jersey, and the Juve jersey. I had the Ajax jersey because of, Finidi George, all those. I had the Juve jersey because I was obsessed with Del Piero. And I also had a Milan jersey because Weah was one of my heroes, because look, African guy, winning the Ballon d'Or and so forth. But when you just saw those colors, it equaled the Champions League. Like AC Milan, and which is why it is crazy where they are right now. It is madness how they are falling. But AC Milan being, because put this way, when I think of the Champions League, the first name that comes to my mind is AC Milan. Before Real Madrid, before Barcelona, just me growing up, the first thing I think of is AC Milan. When I see the badge, when I see the colors, I think of San Siro, I think of Weah, I think of what's it called? I think of Inzaghi, I think of the chef, I think of Maldini, I think of Nesta, I even think of that flipping dude, Ambrosini, I even think of flipping Abbiati. I even think of that flipping dude, Abbiati. Inter drew 9th. There we go. There we go. Just if they had turned one of those draws into a win, they would be Serie A champions. Juventus were literally begging people to take the title off of them. All they did, just one of those wins, and you see, and that's where you have to say to yourself that maybe in some of those games, which is, it's almost like the Pep Guardiola complex. A draw is only one more point than a loss. So sometimes it is actually just worth going for it and be attacking. So Conte has to say to himself that was I too was I too pragmatic, too safe? There you go. There you go. So, but they should have won that, man. All right. All right. What else you guys saying? What are you guys saying, man? All right. Verratti has to be, guys. So basically, I am in the midst of, guys. This might be. This might. It depends. It depends whether my community can handle. But this, my CL final pre-match analysis. This might be what gotifies me. This might be what gotifies me because I'm working on a behemoth of a piece. At the moment, it could be an hour pre-match analysis. It could be an hour, but I'm working on it is a massive piece of work. So this might be the longest kind of offline kind of videos you don't, but this I'm talking about long time. So I'm still filming it and so forth and everything. I've done the music. I've been composing the music throughout today and everything. So the music is almost done. Footage is almost done, and I've put everything on Final Cut Pro right now. And guys, yeah, man, it's a big. I've never taken on something of this scale before. It is of a massive scale. You think Tenet is big, bro? This year, pretty much analysis, you might be shocked. So this might be the one that says, HH, you're officially the GOAT. I know I'm already the GOAT. I know I'm the GOAT. I know I'm the GOAT. I know I'm the GOAT. I'm not doing it. But because you know what? HH, you're not only the sexist, the sassiest, but this now proves that, you know what? You need to be crowned the GOAT of all. Yesterday said HH, R9 Zlatan, Dino, who underachieved the most? Zlatan, for sure. 100% Zlatan. For me, it would go Zlatan, Dino, then R9. Because R9, he had the injury. Zlatan never had the kind of injury that R9 had. Zlatan never won a Champions League. You played for peak AC Milan, peak Juventus, peak Inter Milan, peak Barcelona, PSG, and you didn't win the Champions League. Not only that, Ibrahimovic never played the Champions League final. I don't know whether should I say that aloud? Okay, fine, cool. I'll keep it to myself. That Ibrahimovic never played a Champions League final. My lips are sealed. I won't say it again. Because I don't think I'm allowed to say that. I don't think I'm allowed to say that, man. HH, do you think Arsenal have a chance of challenging for the Premier League if they get Partey, Gabriel, and Owa? Please be objective. No. They can definitely get top four, but that isn't enough to. Liverpool and Man City are in a whole different plane. They're a whole different plane. I think Arteta needs maybe like another season or so forth just to really get the guys. And see, if they get those 3-0, I think they should. Then really Chelsea and United need to really worry about themselves. I think that puts them ahead of Leicester City and so forth. And I think then you now have a very interesting top four race between United, Chelsea, and Arsenal. Because Owa is a quality player. And I think Owa is a player that Arsenal need. A technically gifted midfield thinker, somebody who can make a pass, make intelligent passes, and someone who thinks about what they're doing. They don't really have a strong thinker in there, like an orchestrator in that midfield who, given possession of the ball, he really knows how to pull strings. Partey is one of the most underrated midfielders out there. So with Gabriel, Croft of defender, they should look at Upamecano. I don't know whether Leipzig are offering Upamecano. If Arsenal get a good, solid central defender, you get Partey in midfield, get Owa as well. You already have, if they keep Aubameyang, Arsenal looking all right. I think Arsenal just need help in that defense. If they help, because Aubameyang will always give you G's. Get help in that defense, bolster up that main midfield. They can say what's up. Liverpool and Man City, they're in a whole different plane. They're in a whole different plane right now. But let's look at Man City. Because see, if City gets Koulibaly, yeah, man, then it could be them. If they don't, then who knows? Maybe. But Liverpool, I think, are just clear. Like if Liverpool gets Thiago Alcantara, it could be like that. Look, man, Chelsea better not get Chilwell, man. Relax. They better not get Chilwell. All right, let's just see what else you guys say. Lion Vidal has never won the Champions League. This is a huge match for his career. Dance, you don't realize how big Sunday is. You don't, when you see this pre-match analysis, then you realize how big Sunday is. Sunday, I don't need to talk. I don't need to talk, guys. Sunday is too big that I don't even need to talk. I told you, it's like Christmas Eve. I can't wait. I just pray to the Lord that we get something interesting. I pray to the Lord that we get something interesting, man. Oh man. Let's just see. No. He does score 4 against Real Madrid side. Yeah, he scored 4, but that's 80 goals more. HB said Verratti and others are ready for Sunday. But do you start Verratti? Do you keep it as it is? Marquinhos, Paredes, and thingy? Or do huge calls? All right, so got 9 minutes left, guys. 9 minutes left so that I can finish off this editing. 9 minutes left until we can just do a nice hour, man. 1-0, I predict on Sunday. 1-0 to whom? My dear child Brian. 1-0 to whom? Latin, easy. Latin Lazaro, shish, easy, shish. Okay, shish, easy. But oh yeah, I mean, so look, man. Let me just I'm just looking at your questions and so forth. Well done to Sevilla, man. Well done. Congrats. Also, congrats to Lopetegui as well. I felt that it was he had a crazy journey, and you look at he was about to take hold of Spain. I felt if he was the manager of Spain, who knows how well Spain could have played. Obviously, he got sacked based off his own Real Madrid thing. He goes to Real Madrid. That now fails. So like, what the heck? He finds Sevilla, gets Sevilla into top 4. Very impressive top 4, and he wins them the Europa League. I think that's really says to people that what, maybe I'm something, because he had a torrid time at Real Madrid, and that was a huge job for him. That was his dream job. I think even more so than him doing the whole Spain thing, and that's so weird. It's similar to Ronald Koeman. I think a lot of people value the work for a club than the nation, maybe because of just the money and the prestige. Koeman, you stopped being Netherlands coach to coach Barcelona and say, no, this was your dream. And for Lopetegui, you were literally already having negotiations with Real Madrid while you were the coach of Spain. Even I thought Lopetegui, it was a bit harsh what happened to him, because I'm like, well, you can't have negotiations. It is what it is. I'll be the manager after I've done this whole Spain thing, man. So that was just wild, man. From Yas's side, HH, but I feel, judging by the talent, Zlatan reached his potential. Dino should have been the best player ever. I feel like he underachieved. No, but you see, you have to say, in terms of what, though? Because when you say underachieved, I look at the whole pie. So, of course, it's your ability, your play. Ibrahimovic has done some of the craziest things in football. Some of the craziest things in football. But how can a player that's good, that's talented, have never, ever played a Champions League final? That is insane. Which is why if Lewandowski had retired, never playing a Champions League final, that would be insane. And that would be a massive blemish on his career. If Lewandowski, you went through all that. He did play a final for Dortmund. Yeah. What? Almost was, yeah. He did play the final. How did I? So, yeah, but he never played the final for Bayern Munich. He never played the final for Bayern Munich. Yeah, he never played the final for Bayern Munich. So that's the thing. So for Ibra, it's like, bro, come on, man. Come on. You know? So that's my thing, man. I just think that Ibra should have done more. I test, relax. I test, relax. I told you, guys, there are so many agendas and narratives come Sunday. I can't busy. I'm afraid of going onto Twitter after that Bayern thingy game. Because my thing about this is that I told you, Hazem is banned. If Bayern Munich win that, if Lewandowski scores the winning goal, I swear to you, Hazem will never ever be part of any hangouts ever for the rest of time. Never. If Lewandowski scores the winning goal, never. If Neymar scores the winning goal, just besting, you are banned. Just besting, you are flipping banned. I don't want to smell you. I don't want to look at you. You are not around. You get the heck off here. So, because basically, I'm screwed. Either just besting will piss me off or Hazem will piss me off. Either one of those two. We need a VVD agenda from your. In terms of what? In terms of what? Look, as I've already said, Liverpool are going to be a threat. If Liverpool should have beaten Atletico Madrid 100%, and I think if Liverpool actually make it to this, so if Liverpool had gone from Atletico, Liverpool could have been in the final. I mean, it would have been a very interesting game, Liverpool PSG. I don't know who wins that. I don't know who wins that, but I think next season, I told you, next season Liverpool are going to be a serious threat if they can just buy players. My specific players, they're going to be a serious threat, because Klopp has a very this Klopp team is stronger than the Dortmund side. I prefer Klopp's Dortmund side, but this Liverpool side are just stronger. They're a lot more resilient and a lot stronger, And look, they have a very strong core, and the goals that they can score is just insane. So I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool take the sale back next season. Yeah, man. If Lewandowski doesn't turn up on Sunday, it will all be all for naught. Yeah, it's one of those things of if ever there is a game not to break up, it's a final. If ever there is a agree not to break up, it's a final, man. It is a final. Chilwell to Chelsea is confirmed. Oh my god, man. Yo, Julian. Okay, you know what? Let me put this guy in timeout, man. Put this guy in timeout. Mort, come on, man. Mort, do your job, man. Do your job. What do I pay you guys? I pay you like £3,000 an hour, man, and you guys are not doing your job, man. Come on, man. What do I pay you $3,000 for? So, guys, I have talked, I have preached, I have said stuff. Europa League final is all well and done. Well done to Sevilla. Congratulations. Great final. Superb, amazing final. It was back to forth. It was superb. It was great. Did the best team win? I guess so, yeah. Because Sevilla outlasted Inter Milan. Sevilla did what they needed to do to get that W. I feel that the teams it was too good of a game and they were too even for it to end that way. It was a crap way to end. VAR and on goal. It would be better if that overheaded kick had gone in. It would have been better if it went in like that, So, yeah, man. Yasser says, HH, I'm scared of Chelsea next season. Screw Abraham. My thing is Ziyech. That's my Moroccan amigo. All I want to see is Ziyech. I don't care about Chilwell. Werner can sit aside and so forth. Just inject Ziyech into me. Because if Ziyech brings his best, Liverpool and Man City, you better watch out. You better watch out. You better look out. You better watch out. You better look out. Ziyech is coming to town. Ziyech is coming to town. Ziyech is just coming to town. Ziyech is coming to town. Ziyech is coming to town. Ziyech's gonna get that ass. So That's what I'm saying, man. I told you, that's what I'm saying. Ziyech is just coming to say what's up. He's going to say what, because you already know what he's done in CL. You already know what he's done in the CL. If Chelsea just needs a defender, if Chelsea confirmed Thiago Silva with Ziyech and Timo Werner, Chelsea are gonna eat some good. Pop those bottles down. We're gonna pop those bottles down. We're gonna pop those bottles down. Thiago Silva and Ziyech, pop those bottles down. We're gonna pop those bottles down. Potentially Messi. I'm gonna make a phone call very soon. Pop those bottles down. We're gonna pop those bottles down. Messi, Ziyech, Werner, pop those bottles down. We're gonna pop those bottles down. Hey, yes. Messi, man. Just Besson says, get your mohawks ready. If Neymar wins, I'll be in tears. Just Besson, if Neymar wins, you're banned. I don't know what you're saying. If Neymar wins, you want to be around. I will ban you from this stream. You will not be allowed in this stream. Okay, so if you understand, Beston, you have been the bane of my existence for like the last few months. I don't even know where you came from. You have flipping hosted me with this whole Neymar agenda for ages. So for my well-being and for my sanity, I hope Neymar breaks it. So you can't say anything. Guys, it's been swell. It's been real. It's been cool. I want to thank everybody for coming in here. And you know what I want to say? Again, thank you for all those guys sending the super chats. Thank you for all those guys who've sent in questions. Thank you for all the guys who have contributed in this live chat. I want to say to you guys, thank you for you guys. You make these live streams amazing. This COVID thing has been tough. It's been very, very tough for me as well, psychologically, mentally as well. The whole isolation thing, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy last few months for me, but I thank you for you guys, because guys, the laughs we've had, the humor we've had, the jokes we've had, the moments we've had, and so forth have been amazing. And I just think that the community that we're building, I think is the best community in the world. You guys are crazy. You guys are psycho. You guys are weird. You're strange. But I'm psychotic. I'm strange. I'm weird. I'm a psychopath as well. So we are all in together as well. And also, normal people are flipping boring as well. Peace out. Stay true. Stay real. Sevilla. Congratulations. Inter Milan. Unlucky. Better luck next time. And remember, guys, this is key. This is very key. This is very key. And I've never said this before. But this is the first time ever I'm saying this on a stream. Stay black. Become a Patreon member. Get access to my blog. Get access to exclusive videos. And also get access to the podcast, to the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfwop to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy, HH.